Some things belong in the trash. That's what my father said. He didn't whisper it. He didn't mutter it under his breath. He announced it into a microphone in front of 200 guests at my wedding rehearsal dinner. Then he dropped my grandfather's worn leather passbook straight into a silver champagne bucket. Ice, melted water, Dom Pérignon, and laughter. Everyone laughed. I didn't. I stepped forward in my ivory dress, plunged my bare hand into that freezing bucket, and pulled it out. Ink bleeding, pages warped, 40 years of history dripping onto marble floors. My father smiled like he'd just delivered the punchline of the year. I didn't cry. I walked out. My name is Elena Hayes. I'm 30 years old. I'm an ICU nurse in Providence. I'm used to chaos. I'm used to holding pressure when everyone else is breaking. But that night, that wasn't chaos. That was theater. My father, Victor Hayes, built his reputation on dominance. Real estate developer, charity board member, philanthropist, the calm kind of man who donates a wing to a hospital and makes sure his name is bigger than the patients inside it. My older brother Caleb, golden child, MBA, works in the family business, which basically means he posts photos in suits and shakes hands with investors who think our last name equals stability. Me, I was the quiet one, the invisible one, the daughter who chose nursing instead of something impressive. Grandpa Arthur was the only person in that family who saw me. 3 weeks before he died, he handed me that passbook. Don't show your father, he said. I didn't understand why. Now I did. 3 days after the wedding disaster, I walked into First Atlantic Bank in downtown Boston. The lobby was marble and silence. I held the passbook inside a freezer bag. The pages were stiff and stained. The teller looked like she had never seen anything older than an iPhone. I need to check the balance, I said. She scanned the account number, typed, paused, typed again. Her posture changed. She leaned closer to the monitor. Then she stood up. Ma'am, please stay here. That's never a normal sentence at a bank. Within seconds, a branch manager appeared, then another man in a tailored charcoal suit. They didn't look annoyed. They looked careful. Ms. Hayes? The suited man asked gently. Yes. We've been waiting for this account to be claimed for a very long time. Waiting? They led me through a security door into a private office. The manager opened a physical archive file. Your grandfather didn't open a savings account, she said. In 1984, he established a custodial investment trust. Early shares in Apple, Microsoft, Amazon during IPO, reinvested every dividend. Never withdrawn. She turned the screen toward me. Current value, 14,682,400. The air felt thin. That's not possible, I whispered. It is, she replied calmly. And it is solely in your name. My father had just thrown nearly $15 million into a champagne bucket because he never bothered to look inside. But that wasn't the part that changed everything. The manager leaned forward. Ms. Hayes, there have been inquiries about this account before. My stomach dropped. From who? She hesitated. From your father. Of course. He attempted to gain access several times over the last decade. He was denied each time. Your grandfather made very specific legal provisions. My hands went cold. Victor didn't just mock the book. He tried to steal it. When I got home, my husband Mark was waiting at the kitchen table. Mark is a forensic accountant. He sees numbers the way surgeons see arteries. He knows exactly where to cut. You're not going to believe this, I told him. 10 minutes later, he wasn't smiling. He was focused. Victor isn't rich, Mark said. What? He's leveraged. There's a difference. He turned his laptop toward me. Loans layered over loans. Properties refinanced repeatedly. Foundation funds moved between shell LLCs. He's liquid on paper, Mark said. But he's drowning. Foreclosure filings on 2 properties. An IRS inquiry issued 6 weeks ago. Bridge loans maturing soon. He needs a cash injection, Mark said quietly. My phone rang. Victor, I put it on speaker. Elena, he said smoothly. I've been thinking about Grandpa's old beach cottage. It's inefficient for you to keep. I'll have my attorney draft a sale agreement. There it was. He didn't want the cottage. He wanted liquidity. I'm not selling, I said. Silence. Then his voice shifted. That old man wasn't competent when he signed that property over to you. I have statements prepared. You don't want to fight this in probate court. It wasn't about the cottage. It was about pressure. He thought I was still 12, still scrubbing floors while he watched. He had no idea what I was holding now. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't afraid. I waited 24 hours before calling him back. Silence makes desperate men louder. When he answered, I let my voice shake. Dad, I went to the bank. Pause. And? It wasn't empty. The shift in his breathing was immediate. How much? 14 million. Silence. Then, we need to handle this properly, he said instantly. Taxes, exposure, you don't understand federal audits. Bring the documents to me. Hook set. I'm scared, I whispered. Perfect. He believed it. Good, Mark muttered after I hung up. He'll rush. We didn't hire a defense attorney. We hired a litigation specialist, and we read everything. Victor's foundation, under investigation. Charity funds misreported. Offshore accounts not disclosed. He wasn't just unstable. He was criminally exposed. So we built something simple. Not fake documents, not forged numbers, just a legal instrument called an affidavit of assumed historical management. Translated, if he signed it as trustee, he legally accepted responsibility for all prior financial actions under the family trust umbrella, which included the shell accounts he'd been hiding. All we needed was his signature. He chose the worst possible stage, the Man of the Year Gala in Boston. 500 donors, politicians, cameras. He told me to bring the papers to the VIP suite before his speech. He wanted to announce a major expansion of the family foundation. He thought he was unveiling a victory. I wore red, not beige, not quiet, red. When he saw me, he smiled like he had already won. You brought it? He whispered. I handed him the folder. He flipped to the signature page immediately. He didn't read the header. He didn't review the clauses. He signed, bold, confident, arrogant. Go sit in the back, he told me. I stepped aside, took a photo, sent it to Mark. He uploaded it to the Department of Justice portal attached to a whistleblower submission. We'd filed 2 days earlier. Then Victor walked on stage. Tonight, he announced proudly, the Hayes Foundation expands with a $14 million investment. The screen behind him flickered. His foundation logo disappeared, replaced with Department of Justice, Federal Asset Seizure Order. The room went silent. Victor turned slowly. Agents entered from the back. Victor Hayes, one said calmly, you are under investigation for financial fraud and tax evasion. Step away from the podium. He laughed. At first, then he saw the affidavit in the agent's hand, the same one he signed. Caleb tried to intervene. Security stopped him. Handcuffs clicked. Cameras flashed. And the man who threw away $15 million because he thought it was trash was escorted out of his own gala. 3 weeks later, I'm sitting on the porch of Grandpa's cottage. The roof is repaired. The paint is fresh. The ocean doesn't care about scandals. Victor was denied bail. Most assets frozen. Caleb took a plea deal. The foundation dissolved. Mark sits beside me with coffee. The transfer is finalized, he says. The money is secure, diversified, protected. $14 million. Life-changing. Generational. What do you want to do with it? He asks. I think about champagne buckets, about microphones, about scrubbing floors while being told I was nothing. Nothing dramatic, I say. We're setting up a scholarship for nursing students, funding trauma centers, and letting the rest grow quietly. Because money isn't power, control is, and the strongest revenge isn't destruction. It's indifference. My father built his empire on noise. I built mine on silence. He mistook humility for weakness. He mistook kindness for stupidity. He mistook me. The passbook wasn't trash. It was proof that the quiet ones are usually the ones paying attention. And sometimes, we're the ones holding the match.